Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade ice cream using ingredients you probably already have in your home. To begin with, we are going to need half a cup sugar, 1 cup milk with 1 cup heavy whipping cream, vanilla 1 teaspoon, a large coffee can about 3 gallons or so, and a smaller coffee can that will fit comfortably in this larger can. So to begin with, take the lid off of your smaller can. Pour in your heavy whipping cream and milk. Add the half a cup sugar and measure 1 teaspoon vanilla. There is no need to stir. It will stir when it is in the big can after our next step or so. So, next you are going to need some duct tape. Pink duct tape is perfect. Securely tape the lid on your small can. We do not want it to leak. And place it in the bigger coffee can. Now the next step will require salt. About half a cup of salt. You can use rock salt or you can use table salt. Rock salt tends to work better. And ice, crushed ice. For the next step, place ice around your smaller can in the bigger one. Do this until it is packed full. You want to pack it all around the smaller can. Then place about half a cup of salt. If you have rock salt, great. If not, use table salt. Then the lid. And now the duct tape. Remember, pink is perfect. You want to make sure it is watertight. That looks good. Now for the next step you will need a treadmill. If you do not have a treadmill, you can go to the gym, which will probably sound good to your wife when you tell her you are going to the gym. Of course you are going there to make ice cream, but whatever. For the next step, run your can on the treadmill at about 3 miles an hour for 15 minutes or so. Once this is done, reset it with fresh ice, fresh salt, tape it up again, and run it for another 15 minutes or so. Once your ice cream is done exercising on the treadmill, remove the lid to the big coffee container and take out the smaller container. Next, do away with the duct tape. You will notice that the ice cream around the edge is more solid and in the center is more slushy. That is okay. For that, we will take out our spoon. That is not my spoon. Next, we will take out our spoon. There we go. We'll scrape the sides of the more solid ice cream and mix it together with the slushy ice cream. Once you have done this, place the lid back on the container. And then place it in your freezer for about 2 hours or so. This gives you plenty of time to run on the treadmill to burn enough calories in anticipation of consuming your ice cream. But make sure to run on the treadmill, not to roll like the coffee can. That would not be good. Once you are done with your exercise, you probably want something cool and refreshing. Why not some ice cream? So, retrieve your ice cream from the freezer. And scoop it into your bowl. Once you have done that, top it with a generous amount of sprinkles. Until next time, remain thirsty for knowledge, my friends. And be sure to visit my website to check out my book, DVD, and album. Thank you for watching.